an extension of the revised vesting tentative subdivision map 2021-01 Hammond. Item 8, Bob.
Yeah, this is the second iteration of the project that we've just been talking about, the vesting map that was approved in June of '23. By law, a tentative map has a life or a term. This is 2 years, and it's going to expire at the end of this month, this June of '25. So the applicant has requested, as is his right, to extend the life of that map. The State Subdivision Map Act allows you to approve an extension of up to 6 years. Staff is recommending you go with 5. That would coincide with the end of the current general plan's term. And so if you go beyond that and the general plan changes, we wouldn't be consistent. So staff is recommending an extension of 5 years to match, to coincide with the life of the current DIGS general plans. And if you want to, so again, the rendition of this project is the project that has the 1 acre of high density residential, where a permitted use would be up to around 20-ish apartment units. This particular project is identified in the current housing element as allowing the city to meet its RENA obligations. Take any questions about how the life on map works?
Any questions for Bob from the council? Any questions from the public? Hearing none. So back to the council, what's your will, entertain a motion to approve?
I guess I do have one question. If the city, which I have in a ton of emails, asked me to rezone our property to 1 acre, and now won't allow us to build on that property, that's a taking. And everybody there voted on it before, I'm not, excuse me, I shouldn't say everybody, it's a new council, but there are people on there that voted and thanked me and us to rezone it to help the city out. Now it looks like you won't even let it be built on what you're requiring us to zone it for. It's just a major lawsuit, right? I mean, it's lawsuit 101. Thank you.
Okay, so what's your will on item 7A? Entertaining the motion. No motion? So that's for lack of a motion?
Right. So Bob, this is separate.
This is completely separate
Right,
from.
yeah, this map is already in
I
effect.
understand.
And so this is a continuation of the map. So if needs affirmative action on the part of the council, if there's no affirmative action.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make the motion on 7A to, I'm gonna make the motion on 7A. Do I have a second?
What's your motion?
It was, for the revised map on the 1 acre, 24 units, the first map from
Is an extension.
You made a motion to approve the extension,
so yes.
I'll second it.
Okay. Have a motion and a second, roll call please.
Councilmember Squires,
I'm recusing myself from this.
Councilmember Wilks. Nay. Vice Mayor Arnold
Yes.
and Mayor Shepherd.
Yes.
So we need three affirmative votes.
So motion fails.
Correct.
Okay. Moving on to department reports. Paul?
Yes, thank you, Mayor, Council. So what we're doing is we're working on a plan for the, did you want to start off with that first, for the meters? And our,
Whatever you want to,
Okay.
do you have a copy of it?
I don't have a copy of it.
Okay. Just go ahead and move forward.
So to be in compliance, we should have been, we should have all our meters, in by 2025, I believe, right? Currently the city has 189 unmetered water services. Maintenance personnel has taken care of quite a few in the gap. Anytime that we do like a water repair or do a new service line for a repair, and that wouldn't be a repair, but a full, replacement, we always put in a meter if it doesn't have one. So the cost of each meter would be $420. That includes a 3/4 inch Badger meter within two meter adapters and an endpoint, which is it's the ADRT. That's basically the reader for the remote read. And so altogether with the 189, that'd be like $79,000 to buy the meters itself. If we were to hire it out, which would be more likely that we would, and we could probably do some of them in-house along with the other stuff that we do. But the quote I have one quote so far that's for $585 a piece, and that's not including the parts. So that'd be like 110,000. So if you put both of them together, we're talking about 190,000 to be able to come in compliance with the state's mandate on the all the places, all the residents being metered, all the customers being metered.
Paul, Mr. Mayor, if you don't mind me jumping in. We've had conversations about the status of the meter installations. The state of California now has required that municipalities implement meters for residences. And unfortunately, we are behind the curve on that. Paul's team has done a bang-up job, but the fact is, it's a big job. And what I talked to Paul about was coming to the council on a regular basis, updating you as to the status of this important project. Because ultimately, you're gonna have to evaluate whether you want to continue on doing it in-house. And Paul will be best able to forecast what how long it's gonna take, or whether you want to engage the option of contracting it out in whole or in part. The date for compliance has come and gone. We are out of compliance at this stage, and so it's a pretty important conversation for us to have with you about becoming compliant in the most responsible way as soon as we can. And so he's going to continue coming back with updates as we go, but you may have to have a public works committee hearing and make some determinations as you evaluate what the options are for contracting it out. And that's going to require a competitive bidding process.
Yeah, and there's two parts too, because I mean, you have what we're trying to establish right now to get those 189 unmetered water services done. Plus we have 200 or so that have been put in 2006 with the water rehabilitation project that are now found with the encoders themselves. So Some of them we have to replace because they're non-readable, you can't even read it on the faceplate. And then there's most of them that we've been trying to do just the encoder itself, which is a lot cheaper because it's like $110 for the encoder versus $270 for the meter. And if that works, it works. If it doesn't, then we go on to the meter as well, because we'd have to have a new encoder anyway.
You and I should meet, because when I was at that conference, I looked at AMI, two different vendors, that would work with our software, but I didn't ask them about water meters. But, yeah, we should talk, and, I'll email you the brochure that I got, but maybe you set up a conference call with them, cause they emailed me since. So, I'll get with you on that.
Yeah, because we're with Itron right now, which is proprietary with what we have in the ground, so I don't know if that would actually work, but I mean, it'd be worth looking into to see what their aspects of their integration would cover.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll reach out to you and at least share information and see, if any of it is compatible.
Would it be possible to maybe break this project down into two pieces where we have, to bring it up in compliance, staff do half of it, like 94 of the meters, and then the contractor do the other? That would save, you know, a good amount of money